Hi, I'm Irwan Effendi. I live in Jakarta, Indonesia. As far as I know, I am the only physical being that has passed the phase 32 of Kundalini. And of course, you will directly ask, what the hell is phase 32? What? Okay, so I've been trying to explain to a lot of people, and some of them get it, some of them don't. But I realized that uh, even from my own point of view, if I just directly hear someone talk about it, I not experience something, I would not believe it unless there is a reasonable explanation to it. So based on that, I decided that today I should record the the story, the my experience from the start, so that people can understand what I went through, how it happened, so whether then they can decide whether it's really logical or not, and then they can see the evidence which I have some of my therapies recorded in the video. Okay, so I was born in Padang, that's West Sumatra, Indonesia, and at the time my parents were in the spice trading, so the life is very much just quite normal. So, I started to have some interest in the energy things around 9 or 10, I think. Yeah. The time I found a book in the bookstore that tells about how to practice the energy of the breathing. So I read the book, I tried. Uh, well, I do feel some sensations, but it not much. And after about a couple of weeks, I get bored. Uh, I don't really think much of it, so I think it's just like some sort of a fun thing to do. Okay, so uh, but because I have some health problems, so back when I was about 6 year old, I have ear infection, and my parents took me to a doctor, and the doctor decided to puncture the infection. I don't know why at the time, but basically after that, every year I get problems like two or three times a year, and so when I was the 9-10 years old, I go to hospital like uh, 2 times a month to get a light shine on my ears to warm it up, so to reduce the infection. uh, okay, so that goes on until about I was 14, and then it's not so bad anymore, so I don't go to hospital anymore. So I just put ear drops sometimes, and then I finished high school when I was 16. So I go to college when I was 17, and I go to college in the California, United States. So I arrived at November 1990. So there was almost winter, right? And I was not so used to it, so it really bothers me physically, and it really hurts, and my ears just bleed every day. So at the time, I was thinking, damn, this is not good. Of course, I don't have any health insurance. I couldn't go to the doctor, that would be expensive. So I'm thinking, based on everything that I have read so far, I was experimenting. Okay, so I think maybe I can use the energy to stop the bleeding. So what I did is I put my hands on my stomach and just try to make it gather energy there, and I then when it gets warm, I move my hands one more step like this until it really I can go here and the energy is all over here, and then go to the back. So until I can actually create a circular path, because that's what I read in the martial art stories. So that's how they do it. They circulate warm energy to keep themselves healthy. So that's what I did. So I managed to do that, and after I can circulate the energy, the bleeding stops. And I also found that the energy is actually able to sort of reduce the cold feel. So even in January, I didn't need to wear any jackets on, and that was my first winter. Okay, so and I was in Sacramento. It was not really that cold, but if you consider it's a first winter for somebody who grew up in a tropical area, it should be cold, right? But because I was able to do that, so I wasn't feeling that cold. Okay, so that's the very beginning of my experience with energy. Okay, next step I will explain something that what makes me learn a little bit more about it.